Resistors is a very important component of any electronic circuit because it decides how much current will flow or how much potential difference will be there. Let us consider that in some circuit we have to increase the resistance, in some circuits we have to decrease the resistance. First of all, we'll decide that how the resistors are attached in the circuits. There are two ways. One is in series and one parallel. Let us compare both. I will draw a simple circuit. Now suppose this is my simple circuit where three resistors are attached in series, that is one after another. What will happen? How do we measure the potential difference? Across the points, that means I will measure my voltage here, right? But the current is same. What will happen? This will be, suppose if R1 is related to V1, then V2 and V3. What will happen? The effective potential difference will be the addition of all these three, that is V1, V2 and V3, whereas the current will be same, right? So how you will find out the effective resistance? For that, we will first calculate the effective potential difference, that is V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. But what is V? V is equal to IR, potential difference, is equal to current into resistance. So my IR is equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. Can you see my R is constant? Here R can be common out and my resistance or the R will be equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay. Now there is another kind of circuit. I will draw resistors parallel. Okay. Now how will I measure the voltage across the resistors? But can you see that these three are in parallel? So my voltage will be measured here across it. But now my current is different everywhere. That means my current is A1, A2 and A3. For my resistors R1, R2 and R3. So this is my A1, A2, A3. That means I1, I2, I3. My current is I1, I2 and I3. So what will be the effective current? My effective current will be I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. These three ammeters will give me three readings, that is I1, I2 and I3 with respect to R1, R2 and R3. But my potential difference is same. Potential difference will not change. So whenever your resistors are in parallel, your effective current will be the addition of the currents passing through the resistors. But your potential difference is constant. Now let us substitute the formula. What is I is equal to V upon R? So V upon R is equal to I1 is equal to V1 upon R1. But in this case, V1, V2, V3 are not there. V is constant. Okay. So this is my V upon R1 plus V upon R2 plus V upon R3. V can be common out. So 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. So this is how the resistance is find out in a system of resistors. Okay, whenever and by taking some fixed R1, R2, R3, we can easily say that, easily prove that whenever you want to increase the resistance of a circuit, that means suppose you want to dim the bulb, what you will do? Attach the resistors in series. And when you want a low resistance of a circuit, you attach the resistors in parallel. Okay. So this is the system of resistors and how to calculate the effective resistance in that system. Let us quickly see one example with the resistors. Suppose R1 is 2, R2 is 4, R3 is 6. Let us find out what will happen in series and in parallel. What will be the effective resistance here? R1 plus R2 plus R3, and here R1 upon R1 is equal to 1 upon, and here it will be 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. I am deliberately taking the same resistors so that we can compare the results. So here R is equal to 2 plus 4 plus 6, that is 12 ohms, and here 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon 2, 1 upon 4, 1 upon 6. So let us solve this. LCM is 12, 6, 3 plus 2. (11 by 12). Now this will be less than 1, right? I am not finding out actual answer, but it will be less than 1, 10 upon 11 upon 12. What happens in this case? The effective resistance is more than individual resistors, but here the effective resistance is less than individual resistance. So whenever you want high resistance, you should go for the series combination. When you want the low resistance, you should go for the parallel combinations. Okay, let us go ahead. Let us see one more interesting example. Of course, example is simple, just a tricky one. They are given that the 6 ohms and 4 ohms resistors are connected in series. That means I will just draw this. These two resistors R1, R2 are connected in series. Those are 6 ohms and 4 ohms. 6 ohms and 4 ohms. Find the current in the circuit if 18 volt potential difference is applied. That is, V is equal to 18 volts. Potential difference is applied in the circuit. Also find the potential difference across each resistor. That means we have to find a potential difference this also, V1 and V2. Now this is very simple example. You have to just think in a particular fashion. That is, whenever the series is there, the current is constant, right? So first we will find out the current. This voltage V, they are given 18, is the effective voltage. Okay. So now I is equal to V upon R. This will be the effective voltage and this is effective resistance. I will say that okay, this is V upon R. So 18, when you are in series, we have to add them directly. 6 plus 4, 10. So I is equal to 1.8 ampere. Now this I is constant for this circuit. Now this I is constant for the entire circuit, but the potential difference will be different across every resistor. Simple now. Again, we will say that V is equal to IR. V1 is equal to IR1. So your V1 will be I 1.8 into R1, that is 6. And what will be the V2? V2 will be IR2. V2 will be IR2, that is 1.8 into 4. Here we get 10.8, 7.2 volts. Very simple. You have to remember that current is constant here throughout the circuit. What will happen if they are in parallel? Then the voltage is constant throughout the circuit and current differs. In that case, you may be asked to find out the current for each resistors where the voltage is constant. Example will be similar to this. Let us see another example, one more example. If the resistors 5 ohms, 10 ohms and 30 ohms are connected in parallel to a battery of 12 volts, find the effective resistance of a circuit. Calculate the total current and current in each resistor. Let us solve this problem. First, write what is given. They are given that the resistors of 5 ohms, 10 ohms and 30 ohms are connected in parallel. So let me write this first. R1, 5, 10 and 30. So R1 is 5 ohms. Then they are given that the battery of 12 volts, that means V they are given 12 volts, and we have to calculate the total current and current in each resistor. Now we know that whenever the resistors are connected in parallel, the current will differ but the effective voltage will be same. So the effective current will be the addition of all three current in the series of each resistor. For example, we know that I is equal to V upon R. Okay, and this I is the effective current. Okay, so I1 will be equal to V upon R1, I2 will be equal to V upon R2, and I3 will be equal to V upon R3, right? So now in this case we can easily calculate I1, I2 and I3 because V is constant. That means V is 12 and R1 is 5, V is 12, R2 is 10 and V is 12, R3 is 30. Now please pause your video here. This is simple arithmetics. Please calculate I1, I2 and I3 and find out I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Please pause your video and calculate this fast. So we have calculated I1 is 2.4 amperes, I2 is 1.2 amperes and I3 is 0.4 amperes. Please check your answer. And so total I, that is effective I, is I1 plus I2 plus I3, that is 4 amperes. Now we have the effective current, that is 4 amperes. We know voltage will be same 12 volts and this will be effective resistance, right? So we can find out like this: R is equal to V upon I, that is 12 upon 4, that is 3 ohms. You can cross check. If you have 3 resistors in parallel, what will be the RP, that is the total effective resistance? Very easy. That will be equal to, my answer I have already got, but let us tally it. So 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3, that is 5, 10 and 30. 5, 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 30. Okay, quickly solve this and you will get the answer same as these three. Let me solve this for you. LCM is 30. So 1 upon R is equal to 30 upon 6 plus 3 plus 1. So it is 10 by 30, 1 upon R. So R is equal to 3. So we have got the same answer. Okay, either you calculate from here or you calculate the effective resistance by general formula. That is, whenever they are in parallel, it is the addition of their reciprocals. So what is our answer now? What they have asked? Find the effective resistance of a circuit, which we have found out as a 3 ohms. Then calculate the total current, which we have found out as a 4 amperes, and the current in each resistors, that 2.4, 1.2 and 0.4. The sum is extremely simple. There is no problem at all. Just don't miss the arithmetical part of it. Okay. So let us go ahead and learn something about the heating effect of electric current. Thank you.